Hey guys, so this will be a first doing our wired lesson through video, but I'm thankful for technology and the opportunity to still connect with you during this time. So what I have here is my passport, and I don't know if any of you have them, maybe your parents do, but a passport is a way that we can learn information about somebody. You can see info here about me. A passport would tell your date of birth, where you're from, your nationality. It will have a picture of you. And it will also include your citizenship. And when you become a Christian, your citizenship becomes a citizen of heaven. And that leads us to our question that we're on this week, which is number 34. And it says, since we are redeemed by grace alone, through Christ alone, must we still do good works and obey God's word? And we're going to turn back in Peter, 1 Peter, and we're going to read, and we've done this the last few weeks, and we've been talking about how Peter has been encouraging and teaching his friends. And Peter is talking about in chapter 2, verses 9 through 12, he's helping his friends understand who they are. So I'm going to read those for you if you want to follow along in your own Bibles. But you are a chosen race, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a people for his own possession, that you may proclaim the excellencies of him who have called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. Once you were not a people, but now you are God's people. Once you had not received mercy, but now you have received mercy. Beloved, I urge you, as sojourners and exiles, to abstain from the passions of the flesh, which wage war against your soul. Keep your conduct among the Gentiles honorable, so that when they speak against you as evildoers, they may see your good deeds and glorify God on the day of visitation. So Peter is telling them there are 4 things that they are. They're chosen. And we've talked about that when you are a Christian, you are chosen by God. Number 2, a royal priesthood. That's maybe not a term that we're as familiar with, but it means that we have direct access to God. We can go to him in prayer. We can talk to him. And that we're also called to serve others. And number 3, Peter tells them that they are holy. They're set apart by God, and they're sanctified. And if you remember from a few weeks ago, sanctification means we're becoming more like Jesus. And that happens after we become a Christian. And then number 4, a people for his own possession. And this gives us a purpose. We are chosen by God, and we are God's children. And so we have a purpose of living our life in a way that would make other people want to have the same citizenship. So we are not, as an answer to question 34, we're not doing good works and obeying God to try to get saved, because Jesus Christ already did that for us. Hi, Ty and I are here in our blanket fort, and I would encourage you to make a blanket fort and use that as your own special place where you can spend time in prayer and reading God's word each day. So back to question 34. Since we are redeemed by grace alone, through Christ alone, must we still do good works and obey God's word? And as we've been learning about in 2 Peter, the answer is yes, so that our lives may show love and gratitude to God, and so that by our godly behavior, others may be won to Christ. In conclusion, the Bible clearly teaches what our purpose is and our identity as Christians. Becoming a citizen of heaven is one of the most wonderful things that could happen to anyone, and serving God in his world is such a great privilege. I'd love for you to come up with some ways that you can live for God and bring glory to him in gratitude for his saving grace, things that you can do today, and share that with someone. I'm going to end by playing the song that comes with the new City Catechism for question 34. I look forward to when we can be together and continuing to study this in person.
Since we are redeemed by grace alone, by grace alone, to live.